This product is foundations. Now, just for a moment, I want you to think about building a building. This analogy has been used forever. If the foundation of the building isn't strong, then what's built on top of it will eventually crumble. It won't be as sturdy as what it needs to be. Well, in an organization, your real true foundation is your culture, your language, how you represent yourself at every single touch point to your clients. So, if a client goes into a service department, a parts department, going to a body shop, talks to the office, talks to the financial services department, or talks to a sales consultant, whatever happens at that touch point represents your organization and your culture. Now, we have a name for that in Foundations. It's called a lexicon. What we want to do is provide you, your management team, and your organization with lexicons that represent something. And I'm going to give you an example of some lexicons. And I'm going to help you through this. And remember, this is day one of the 5-day training consortium, and it's in the morning to really set the pace for the rest of the week. The first lexicon that we do, the first foundation point that we provide to you, is something called the enthusiasm ladder. Now, the actual term enthusiasm ladder represents a ladder. And on the bottom of the ladder, it's a 1, and on the top of the ladder, it's a 10. And you can't go above 10. When a client comes through your organization in your door and meets with one of your sales associates or with yourself, they're usually down in the bottom scale. I don't know exactly where they are, but let's call them 1, 2, or 3. Now, our job throughout our entire process is to take that client and raise their enthusiasm, their openness, their willingness, raise them to a 10. And when we get them to a 10, all we really want to do is we want to ask them to own. They might say no, and they'll go down the ladder, and we'll always have the goal to raise them to a 10. Now, here's the important part from a foundation standpoint. With you as a team leader and you as a sales associate, if someone says to you, are you working on the enthusiasm ladder? And you can say yes. Then you don't have to come up with what enthusiasm ladder is. You don't have to explain it to the people. It's very similar to a coach and a team. When they call a play on a football team, everybody knows what it is, but it's complicated and everybody has to execute. That's what Foundations is. We also talk about the relevance and the way it balances between stress and enthusiasm, how they counteract each other. We talk about things like the justification bit, building up reasons that the customer really likes about you, your organization, and how special that product is to them personally. The entire program is based on being customer-centered. And what customer-centered really means from a foundational point is everything is based not on what makes you comfortable, not on the processes and procedures that someone created, but how those process procedures, how the communication, verbal and nonverbal, allows the customer to act and react. If we say the perfect words, and those words don't get the reaction that we want, then the words are wrong, or the intent behind the words are wrong. And that takes us to our next foundation piece. Word track, pro track. Word track really focuses itself on memorizing paragraphs, pages. So when we present it, oftentimes it comes across as a script. A pro track is the essence of what you want to say and the result that you want to receive. Say it in your own words. Take the memorization and throw it away. Understand what you want to say, and it changes completely the inflection that you use. All these are foundation pieces. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to start our workshop out by giving you a foundation of knowledge, and every single one of those foundation points will find its way in every single class that we do. It never changes. It stays consistent. Learn it once, apply it throughout. It's absolutely critical to rebuild, reinforce the culture of your brand and of your dealership. And it allows us to manage the process so much easier. This product is the foundations, and it's essential to your future. Remember, always be a professional for life.